All right, so this is for me because I just want to project my love for the movie. Talk to me, right? Because I don't know, I don't have an outlet for this shit. This is gonna be a non-spoiler review on my thoughts and feelings for the movie. I mean, so first off, you guys were here last week. The premise of the movie was essentially, so the group of teens, they start seeing some videos. I don't know, through Australian TikTok. This movie is made by Australians, right? Or you guys, Australia. It was a movie made in Australia, and they have like their own little TikTok, and they start seeing people be possessed, and then so like there's a group of people like so the main character Mia is very curious with the whole thing. Like I said, I kind of want to. I don't want to say too many names, so you guys could kind of figure it yourself if you decide to watch it. But Mia goes, I want to gift you one of my jewelry holders that's in the shape of a whole hand now. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. So Mia like wants to like see if this whole possession thing is real or not. So she goes in, and then there's a whole crowd of people, and then they see his hand. So the whole thing is like clearly the whole movie is like you touch the hand, you grab it on the hand, and you say, "Talk to me." And when you say "Talk to me," you see a spear right in front of you, and it's completely like RNG. You don't know what the fuck you're getting. Like it's any fucking ghost that appears randomly right in front of you. You're like, "Oh, what the fuck?" And then after that, the second part of it is called "I Let You In" because there's a part of it where it is strictly just like, okay, like you could talk to the ghost, but there's the second part of it where like you get possessed by the ghost, and that's where like people are. I feel like, I mean, they didn't really like talk about it too much, but it is a bit of an addiction because people do get enjoyment out of actually being possessed because like meanwhile they're like being acted out what's going on of like however like the ghost wants to treat them. They like apparently, I mean, Mia described her as like really good sensation out of it too. Well, here's a big crucial rule is that if you are possessed for more than a minute and a half, things that go wrong. I'm not going to tell you who goes overboard, but it does happen. And from then on, like things are going like fucking like it. I shouldn't be saying fucking so often because this is supposed to be on like YouTube, but whatever. I'm doing this just to just for probably just view sake rather than like actually any monetization because I'm not getting any money out of this crap. But yeah. So after the whole ordeal, everything goes to crap. Like everything. Everyone's like people are being haunted, things are happening, crap, and that is where things have really changed for me. Like it was so crazy for me because like when I'm watching the film, I'm like the entire movie is silent. Actually, there were some kids in front of me who were being really loud, but when things had gotten like really serious, like there were people.
What am I fighting for?
There were people who I'm like sitting close to. They started like heavily breathing. I'm like, whoa, like now we're knowing like this is getting real now. Like for me, when things were happening, like my hands were like starting to like go up because I didn't really want to see what's going to happen in front of me. I was like, this is crazy because like there are some brutal scenes in the film. I'm like, damn, like there are some brutal scenes, right? But like what I enjoy, hi YouTube, yeah. What I enjoy about most from this film is that is the fact that like you guys like quickly understand like what I like about like what parts of my favorite horror, like what part in the horror film is my favorite. And my favorite parts is always the buildup of the movie rather than like the ending or whatever. Because like I mean like the beginning you're getting some lull time, but like the buildup is where it's like okay like you start seeing the problems and things are going crazy, but like you also like don't know the answer to how to fix the issue, right? You're still like in a lull, like what's going on, like what's happening, like how do you fix this, like who is the mastermind, like you know you don't know what's going on the entire time, and the movie is so unpredictable that you get that from like literally from like the beginning to the end. With a lot of movies like that, they wrap up things way too fast in a cruddy way. And for me, when the movie ended, I felt like I didn't have a conclusion for some of the storylines, and that's a good thing. I can't explain that until you watch it yourself. Or like, I mean, we can have a whole, like, you guys could message me about this, but like, really, like, when it comes, like, when the movie ended, I mean, like, I think like the movie kind of gave you answers, but for me, like, personally, it's like, my thing is like, you're seeing this in perspective as one person. I don't know if the things they're looking at is completely true or not, right? And for me, like, the entire film, because it's so unpredictable, I felt like I was getting my constant build up the entire film, because you're thinking like, okay, like, what is happening and how to conclude this. Well, you know, the entire film I was still thinking what is happening, and then like, oh crap, that's how they concluded it, but like, what's going on with everyone else? And like, and because of the lack of closure from the ending, so to speak, I still felt shaken up. Because even after the film, when I'm driving home, when I'm driving getting my Chinese, I was still kind of like shook. I was like, holy crap! Like, I was like, that was a very tense movie, and it's so good. Like, I mean, it's a short film too. It's like an hour and a half long. I think it's very solid. If you're a huge horror film, if you like paranormal stuff, I definitely recommend you watching it. And I mean, if everyone starts watching, I would like to have like a spoiler talk one of these nights. But I know like some people might take forever to do that. But like, I would love to have a spoiler talk one of these nights though. But because I deeply enjoy this horror film. I feel like the last time I actually enjoyed a horror film was probably The Witch. Maybe something else. Hereditary, not so much. I didn't like the ending of Hereditary, but like we're not reviewing that film. We're reviewing this film. Talk to Me, and I think all the actors did really well. I think when they went to the dark and creepy stuff, it was really good. On top of that, they don't really have a lot of jump scares. That's what I love about like good storytelling, is that like you don't need jump scares to kind of like give you like a thrill ride, so to speak. Like it makes you like feel tense and like feeling the goosebumps just because of how crazy the story is being told. Right. So that's overall my opinion. I mean, like, I can't really say much, you know, because like I'm trying to have a spoiler free, but I gave you guys a quick little premise of the film, and then how like my thoughts and feelings of it. So yeah, I think that kind of concludes my review. So yeah, I'm gonna stop recording now.